Hi, this is Steve Lombardi, and this is today's Legal Minute. I decided to do this one today because I read and have been following that story about Lieutenant Joe Gonzalez with the Des Moines Police Department, who was working at the Food Prize building at an event, and some kind of a delivery truck apparently backed up and pinned him against the wall, collapsing his lungs and injuring him. And my guess is he's got a workers' compensation claim. They have a different system for safety officers, as well as a third-party case against that trucking company whose driver backed into him. We wish him well, but besides that, there's the legal issues involved. And seeing how this accident happened and having followed these and writing several blogs about them, and also representing clients, one in particular down in Osceola who was backed over. She was a security guard, and the semi-truck backed right over her. It got me, it piqued my interest, let's put it that way. And I wondered about how this accident happened, because I've written time and time again that backup accidents are preventable. And in this instance, I'm sure this one was preventable. I don't know much about it, but I'm going to guess it was preventable. We've all been by large trucks and heard as they start to back up the Audible Warning Device. It's that beep, beep, beep you hear. That's there for a reason. It's supposed to be there by OSHA standards in order to warn pedestrians that the truck is going to back up. But before you even get to that Audible Warning Device, there are certain things that need to happen, and if they do happen, these types of accidents should not happen. The first thing we have is we have to notice or take note that pedestrians may be distracted when working. Their attention may be focused someplace else. In this instance, I'm sure Lieutenant Gonzalez's attention was focused someplace else, since he was providing security detail at the World Food Prize building. It's important that security officers are paying attention and are not distracted from the details that they're supposed to be paying attention to, because of safety, as well as things like happened out in Boston. So we got pedestrian. We've got to be concerned about them being distracted when working. We also have to be concerned about the driver making a sudden movement, such as backing up, which may reduce the pedestrian's opportunity to move to a safe location. It will sometimes cut off their avenue of escape because of the way the truck is being backed up. It reduces the time to think about how to escape. Yelling, the pedestrian yelling at the driver may not be heard because of the engine and the transmission, as well as the drivetrain moving. There may be things going on around the truck driver that make it impossible for him to hear if he is going to back up over a pedestrian. The driver of that truck has an obligation before backing up to make sure that it's clear. That's that driver's responsibility. Make sure that there's no pedestrian standing behind you. Make sure you have, as the driver, a clear view to the rear to see what's there or not there, to make sure that there's no pedestrian behind you. If that driver cannot see to the rear and does not have a clear view, then the driver's obligation is simply not to back up, or to get out, walk behind there, and make sure it's clear. Look around, see if anybody's there. Warn them, get out of the way, I need to back up. If it's impossible, and I know we're probably going to hear this, oh, it was impossible for me to see that he was there, then you put a spotter in place. If there's people milling around, moving around the rear of your truck, put a spotter in place so the spotter can warn them, hey, don't stand there. This truck's getting ready to back up. If all else fails, the driver should shout out like they do when they're playing golf, and they yell, "Fore." Last but not least, what's the rush? You're delivering something or picking up trash. I don't know what he was doing because they didn't say what kind of a truck it was, but what's the rush? We got a man now who's been moved up to Mayo Clinic because he's had a turn for the worse. And to me, these backup accidents are all preventable. This is Steve Lombardi. This is your Legal Minute from the Lombardi Law Firm. Have a good day.